Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my piece of paradise. It has been like this all night long, and it's been a real treat. It really has been. I've slept maybe like 20 minutes. Every time I'm about to fall asleep, it's like plow into the side of the tent. Let me tell you, it is one of the nicest days I have experienced in a very long time. It is warm, there's a nice breeze in the air, I'm all alone. Life is good. Life is good. Welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I am your host, Luke, and during the coronavirus pandemic, I'm taking you all out for adventures. Your question may be, Luke, where are you? I am at the Mount Rogers Grayson Highlands area once again. I'm also on the Virginia Highlands Horse Trail once again. And that's because I have one more trail in this area to explore to find out where it goes. For this adventure, we're pathfinding. And we are doing it together. I am glad that I am on the trail right now. I was worried coming out here that there would be too many people and I would have to do something else. Luckily, there were very few cars in the parking lot. Nobody signed in for many, many days. And that means adventure awaits. So everyone, let's talk about where I'm going. Either it was last year or the year before, really don't remember. I took the Virginia Highlands Horse Trail for a while, and I came to a section that was super wet, lots of creeks and streams, and there was a side trail that ventured off. It wasn't marked. I have not been able to find a name for this trail, and that is what we are hitting up today. Way back when I came to that trail, it was in the middle of summer, it was overgrown, a little bit too bushy to go hiking through. Today, things are without a doubt different. Plus, I need to know where this goes. That's the sort of backpacker that I am. I like to hike every single trail in an area. I essentially go through them one by one, marking them off my list. This is going to be, without a doubt, a very wet trip. There is lots and lots of water coming down off these mountains here. In fact, just days ago, thunderstorms, inches and inches of rain fell. And that is one of the reasons why I'm going very lightweight for this trip. Light and fast, nimble and quick. And that is why I have the loadout that I do. 16 pounds, food, water, gear. And talking about food for a second, I have 3 days just in case I need it. Just over this mountain is the Appalachian Trail, and up here in just a bit, we will intersect it. While the coronavirus is spreading, I will not be on the Appalachian Trail. Even though it's recommended that people cancel their plans, their through hikes, people are still doing it. It's no secret that the Appalachian Trail is known for the spreading of diseases and viruses. That is one reason why it is so common for shelters to be shut down and closed. It happens all the time. Okay, maybe you can see me, maybe not. So I just had an encounter with a family there. It was 3 people. It was 2 kids and the father. I'm not sure where they were from. Their English wasn't very good, but we had a small little chit chat, and before walking away, one of the kids reached out to shake my hand. And I tell you what, that is a difficult thing not to do. Everyone knows not to do it, but it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Luckily, I am prepared. This is one of the most beautiful of places. Simply amazing. I'm going to head over here next to the tree line. I've always wanted to know if there's a trail over there. Now this is interesting. I found money. It's half of a $1 bill. How disappointing. So over here is where I'm checking out. Let's see what I could find. So as it stands right now, I'm not seeing much over here, but it looks like there may be a trail over this way. This is proving to be an interesting trail. The only tracks that I see are pony, but it just keeps going, and you never know. There may be a secret gym campsite up here. Whoa, everyone. Wow, this is beautiful. I tell you folks, the view is so good up here. If I could find a place to camp, I might have to. This is just simply too awesome, too pretty. There is a trail here, it's very faint. There's a lot of briars. And I'm not sure how much further on this I can actually go. There's a lot of briars here, and I'm wearing the wrong clothes for this, but slow and steady wins the race. Wow, this place is amazing. And in fact, it's big enough where I could put my tent here. It is out in the wind though. It's very windy through here. Huh. Let's keep looking around, everyone. I would absolutely love to camp up here. If I could find the right spot, I will. To be able to wake up with these incredible views, oh my gosh. That would be amazing. So, first things first, water. Next, let's look at the map here. Let's get an idea where we are at. So this is the map here. We started at the Elk Garden parking lot and we started hiking the Virginia Highlands Horse Trail. Now, right here is the Hilton Creek branch. I did this trip in a previous video. We continued on. Here's the AT intersection. We kept on going. We came out onto the bald where the pony was at. And basically we went through the bald here and we're right around this area right now. This is not a trail. This is a boundary line for the state park. It does say that this is Briar Ridge, and that is 100% accurate. To me, this appears to be a pony trail. This is likely how the ponies get to this part of Grayson Highlands. The other part is gated off, there's fences and whatnot, so maybe they travel this way to go over there. That's a theory, but I'm not seeing any foot traffic. There's zero garbage, there's no shoe prints. There's not really much of a trail, to be honest with you. There is simply not an easy way to get through this. If I had pants on, I could just plow, but without a doubt, this is Briar Ridge. I have a decision to make. I can either camp up on the rock, where it's a little bit breezy, but it is supposed to die off later this afternoon. Of course, that's the forecast. We all know what that means. Or the other possibility is to take the side trail that I originally planned for. Very interesting, everyone. The trail seems to end right over there in the woods. After that point, I didn't see anything else. That's interesting. I just found a piece of pottery up here in the middle of nowhere. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Moonshine. This has been an awesome trip so far. Beautiful country, quite a bit of solitude. But now I need some fuel. I'm running low. As far as time goes, it's like 3:30, getting close to 4. That little detour cost us quite a bit of time. I spent over an hour and a half playing around in there. That is an awesome spot, but it's really, really overgrown. It's so windy on that side of the mountain. I mean, I could have set up my tent. I could try to edit out the wind noise, but it'd be pretty rough. That was pretty dang good. Susie, I love you. Thank you for the sandwich. You are the best. There is an unbelievable amount of water in this area. Everything here is a stream. Everything here is super muddy. Then factor in the briars. Lots and lots of briars. It's funny, this trip has been super gentle, especially compared to the Hilton Creek trip. That trip, that trail, it beat the hell out of me. It really did. It was so rough. At no point did I have an idea of what I was about to step on. Everything was covered in leaves. So sometimes you would sink in mud. Sometimes you would twist your ankle on a rock. Lots and lots of trees to jump over. I got home from that trip and my knees ached for days. With this adventure so far, it's much easier going. Plus, I have a much lighter loadout, and that by itself makes a huge difference. So this section of the trip has been extremely slow going. There's so much water. I knew it was going to be wet, but I mean, there's literally creeks, streams, springs everywhere. About an hour's passed since I've had lunch, and I have not gone very far. Wow. I hear serious water. Interesting. I cannot wait to see this. The question is, can we get past this? Whoa. Wow. There is a lot of water here. That may not have looked difficult, but it was. I had to throw rocks into the water and basically build like stepping bridges. All right, everyone, we have made it. We are at the trailhead. So the trail goes this way. This is the mysterious trail, the mystery trail. Let's take a look here at the map. I believe that right there, that creek, is the Middle Fork Hilton Creek. And this is a like forest road sort of, 4033. So to refresh your memory, we started here. We did the VA Highlands Trail, continued on, and we continued on, and we are right here in that bend. We just crossed the creek, and this is our trail right here. It shows on this road multiple gates. 1, 2, 3, and it continues to follow the Middle Fork Hilton Creek. Let's see what time it is. It is 5 o'clock. So we have a decision to make. We could start hiking this now, even though it shows this dead ending in about 1.5 miles. It goes down and it connects to what looks to be some sort of road. Thanks to this trip, I know exactly where this trail is, and previously I wasn't sure. This area has so many trails, many of them not mapped. So, it really is one of those things. What do you do? If I go now, I don't think there's going to be enough time to come back. I will think about this for a minute, folks. I'll bring it back in a second. I've decided to save the mystery trail for tomorrow. I'm going to hike up here and find a place to camp. Well, I shouldn't say find. I know there's an awesome place to camp up here. Gosh, so much water. Now, the reason why I decided to go this way is because it's getting late. I don't want to commit to that without knowing more information or having the time to get out. There may not be a place to camp or any locations that are suitable for my tent. And because of that, I'm going up here. So I've made it to camp for the night. All in all, it's in good shape. Very little trash, a couple of eggshells, a piece of cast iron. Not bad. man. Everyone, it feels good to sit down. It's been a long day. It wasn't as hard as Hilton Creek, but it was slow going. So slow. So much water, so much mud. My feet are a little bit wet. A little bit wet. That's funny. That's funny because it's a grommet from one of those cheap blue-gray tarps. The ones that you get from like Tractor Supply, Walmart, and so on. Why that's funny is because you will find these things everywhere. These grommets rip out super, super easy. Everywhere I go, I find these. I should start a jar. Actually, I will. I'm going to keep this. I was going to put it in my trash bag, but no. I'm going to put it in a jar at the house and start collecting them. 2 years from now, we'll talk about it again. So, back to the coffee. It says it's something called bio coffee. The only alkaline coffee on the market. Alkaline, huh? Is 1 cup enough to alkaline? Is 1 cup enough to alkaline? Is 1 cup enough to alkalinize my system? Do I want that? I'm sure you all have noticed that I drink a lot of weird coffees. And I'm sure you're wondering, Luke, why do you do this to yourself? And that's because I like to live on the edge. Hardcore every day, all day. I couldn't say that with a straight face. It's interesting. I can't say it's my favorite. It's not as good as Taster's Nasty, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, folks. You all have no idea if I'm telling the truth or lying about this. It's okay. In the end, it's okay. I like Folgers and I like Taster's Nasty better. Simple as that. Okay. All in all, today's been a great day. The trail was easier, wetter, but easier. The briars earlier today scratched me up pretty good. I've got scratches everywhere. It was worth it though. What a cool place up there. I really like this spot. It's very peaceful, it's quiet. I mean, as you can see, some people do come here, but not many. It's not bad. What I like the best about it is that you can hear absolutely nothing. It's nothing but the wind, the birds, that's it. I think it was last year, I did a military surplus overnight adventure. I came here, and that trip will be with me forever. It really will be. As I was going to get water, I think I was on my way back maybe, I don't really remember, but I came across a whole bunch of baby birds. The nest must have blown out of a tree. All of them were dead except for one. And there was nothing I could do. Mom was already gone. I picked the bird up and I kind of made a place for it. And I kept it with me all night long until it passed away. It was out in the sun for so long. If I was closer, I could have tried to have gotten it to like a vet or something, but just too far away. It was too hot. He didn't live very long anyways. That will stay with me forever. My plan is to get up fairly early tomorrow, do a mile back, hit up a couple of miles on that trail, go back, and basically wrap it up. They are calling for a good amount of rain coming up, so I plan to film some rain trips. Once all this coronavirus stuff is behind us, I will do longer multi-day trips, but for now, one and done. One and done. What I have for dinner is a chow mein, like ramen noodles thing. It's really good, actually. There's some veggies in it. Some, not many, not much. I put in some chicken. It's awesome. This is one of those trips that I wanted to get done sooner than later, especially with the virus going around and whatnot. North Carolina, more than likely, is going to go into lockdown soon, and Virginia probably isn't far off. My question for you all with this video is this: what have you been doing since the pandemic began? I hear you. He said he's been having fun. But what about you all? Have you been spending your time in lockdown? Have you been able to work? I'd love to know. Everyone, it is pretty much time for bed. I'm beat. The sun's not down yet 100%, but it's getting closer. My socks are nice and wet. That means that my shoes are too. I'm going to take these and I'm going to lay them on top of my tent to dry out. Really, they're not too wet. They're a little bit damp. Okay, so I have a movie called The Substitute, Mothers, Stephen King's A Good Marriage. Not sure what that is. Not sure what Mothers is either. It looks like a 70s exploitation film. I don't know. Those can be pretty funny. I have the new Pet Sematary movie. My last film is a Rudy Ray Moore film. Anyone familiar with him? What movie would I be watching? All right, everyone. Good night for now. All right, everyone. Update time. It's about midnight, and the winds, they've picked up, getting stronger and stronger. It is a windy, windy night. Maybe about 9 o'clock or so, I saw some flashes of lightning in the sky. The service here isn't good enough to check the radar, so I don't know where those storms were, but looks like they dissolved after about an hour. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. Alright, everyone, update time. It's probably around 1 o'clock or so, and the winds are absolutely insane. Probably the most insane winds I've ever experienced. I mean, they are circulating, and ever so often they come down and hit this tent so hard. It's unreal. I am going to get up and go check on the tent stakes and make sure that they're firmly pushed into the ground. Yeah, these winds are just insane. Woo! It is an adventure. Woo! Wow, it is windy. Let's see, it's not very cold. I think in fact it's warming up. When I went to bed, I think it was in the 40s, but now it's in the 50s. It's really not bad, but wow, is it windy. With this tent, the material stretches. So I was able to pull everything nice and tight again. As you can hear, it's not flopping around too bad anymore. I have no idea if I will be able to get some sleep or not, but I am going to try. I will try. Everyone, wish me luck. Good night. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my piece of paradise. It has been like this all night long, and it's been a real treat. It really has been. I've slept maybe like 20 minutes. Every time I'm about to fall asleep, it's like plow into the side of the tent. I've slept in some windy situations, but this is by far one of the windiest. The good thing is that it's not cold at all. I mean, it's not even chilly. Not much to report from last night. Never heard anything besides the wind. That's all I heard was the wind. Everyone, cheers, good morning. Hot, but good. It's hot, but good. So we have roughly a mile to get back to the trailhead back there. And then maybe a mile and a half, 2 miles at the most, basically to wrap up that trail. And with that trail, I'm not sure how far I'm going actually. It looks like there's numerous gates. It shows 3 on the map. So we will hike and go as far as we want to. We will explore. But this eventually connects with a road And it looks like there's a cemetery. Walls Cemetery. I was thinking about this last night. I am so incredibly glad that we did not take that campsite up on that mountaintop where it's all exposed with all the briars. It would have been incredibly beautiful, but oh my gosh. We're sheltered here. We're surrounded by trees, and it's like this. Imagine what it would be like up there. It would be unreal. Something else I was thinking about is this tent. It really has held up well. I mean, it has taken a beating. It stretches, yes, that's okay. A lot of materials, a lot of tents do, but I mean, this thing has taken some serious abuse. And as far as TP tents go, I like this. This is a really, really good tent. It's lightweight. We have the bug inner. It's really easy to set up, especially compared to the 0 gram, which I used in a few episodes back. By the way, this is the One Tigress Iron Wall tent. You can use it as a hot tent. Then when it gets too warm, pop in the bug inner, go backpacking with it. It's not bad. For breakfast this morning, oatmeal. This is so soothing. You can see why I slept so good. I'm going to finish up breakfast, finish up coffee, break everything down, then I will bring you all back. It's too windy up here to film much. It's loud. So, I'll see you all in about 30 minutes. All right, everyone, I am all packed up, ready to rock and roll. It's funny, there's an old pile of bear poop right next to where I had my tent. Now, before I leave, I want to check something out. Something caught my attention earlier. This tree is leaking sap because someone cut those branches off. And when I got closer, it looked like someone had cut the branches off and tried to make a barricade so people couldn't go through here. It's really weird. I mean, check this out. This limb here was cut and then slid through. Then this branch here was laid over the top of it. This place is spectacular. It's really, really pretty. It'd be fantastic for hammocking. There's some tent spots. I do not see a fire pit. It's interesting. Why go through the trouble to barricade that? So we're off again, everyone. Let's go find out where that trail goes. Without a doubt, this is what I love about backpacking, about being in the outdoors. It's always exciting. You never really know what's going to happen. It's an adrenaline rush. So everyone, I have an update for you. I just received a text message from Susan, and she says that North Carolina and Virginia are going into lockdown or shelter in place. And also, the trailheads here in Virginia are being closed, including the one that I parked at, which means that I need to go much, much faster and get this done. We will hike as much of this trail as we possibly can, but we do need to keep time in mind. When it comes to walking over rocks, through creeks and whatnot, the most important thing to keep in mind is that just because a rock looks stable doesn't mean it is stable. A rock that looks perfectly flat, that looks like you could just step on, could easily twist and cause you to go in the water. Take every step as if that rock is going to turn. Go very slow, be very methodical, and you'll be all right. Go quick, be careless, you'll pay the price. Woohoo! Oh, that feels so much better. We've made it to the trailhead. Let's do this. So that is where we came from, and this is where we are going. First, we have to get over there because it is super swampy. I'm thinking that it might be easier to go through the woods. But then again, I don't know. There's so much water over here that I can't get to it without just getting soaked. And that is not what I want to do. All right, I'm out. Look at all that water. Good grief, everyone. It's just non-stop water. Progress has been exceptionally slow. So slow, in fact, this will have to improve very soon or I will turn back. Finally, a little bit of dry trail. I don't mind wet, but I want to make progress. I don't want to have to go super slow. Yeah. Good grief, everyone. It's like fun and irritating at the same time. So I'm hiking along here and I spooked a huge grouse from the woods and it startled the crap out of me. Let's take a look here real quick. So we came back through here and it looks like we are at the very first zig and then we are going to zag. There's that grouse again. I'm lucky that it didn't attack me. Grouse attacks are serious business. Ask Susie. So here's the zag, but I need to go up here. Check this out. I'm right next to the creek and it is beautiful. So check that out. That looks to be an old stove, wood burning stove. My question is, how did they get it up there? The road is here. This thing is way up there. I am glad that I did not come down this way yesterday. That would have been a mistake. There's water everywhere. There's no place to camp. Really, there's nothing flat. Everything's super rocky. So I guess someone didn't agree with that. The second half of this trail has been much drier than the first, and that's a good thing. Still windy, feels great, and I'm making good progress. And I should be at the third gate soon. All right, everyone. Map check. So there should be another zig and zag. The trail branched off down there. There was supposed to be a gate. There wasn't. There's supposed to be another gate up here. We'll see. I'm going to go just a little bit further to see if I can find the gate. And once I get there, I'll turn around. That's the last gate that I am going to cross. Up here is the connector. I'll take it, start making my way back up the mountain. With this trail, I've enjoyed it, but there really hasn't been anything too special to it. It's nothing more than just an old road through the woods. There's no views, super rocky, super wet. This is what I would call a lackluster trail. It keeps going on. But I'm done. I've seen all that I need to see. Time to mark this one off the list. Done. Interesting trail, not my favorite. It's pretty in its own way, but to me it seems more like a horse trail than a hiking trail. Like this would be something to like bring your horse to, go out for a ride. This trail does not loop, so you would just simply have to turn around and come back. I would say skip it. The plan for here on out is pretty simple. Hike, hike, and more hike. I have numerous mountains to make it over, all of which you all have seen. And because of that, I'm going to do more walkie, less talkie. All right. Everyone, mission accomplished. While I didn't hike all of that trail, I really didn't need to. I saw all that I needed to. All that I wanted to, really. It's not a bad trail by any means. But as I said before, there's just not much to it, really. I wouldn't come out here to hike that trail. If you lived close, maybe. If you were riding horses, sure. That is that, everyone. That is that. Now, Pony, you're in my way. I wonder how friendly little Pony is, because that is the only way through this mess. Hi, buddy. Hi. Okay. That pony finally got out of my way. And now I can finish up this adventure. Well, everyone, for this adventure, that's it. Making my way back to the truck now. It's been a beautiful day. It's been a great trip. Yesterday was the best. Today's trail wasn't bad. It just wasn't anything all that special, really. Still, it was fun getting out there and exploring. Now I know where that one goes. I can mark it off my list, which means it's time for another trip, another adventure. There will be another adventure next Thursday, and I will keep these videos coming as long as the coronavirus is spreading around the world. Consider it my way of contributing. Take care, strength and honor. Bye, everybody. Also, a message to the Patreon peeps: the GPS data and waypoints will be going up today.